When people come to the Smak-Tak for the first time, I think they expect the great food, fresh, made from scratch, and with a great and good taste. The favorite items in the menu at Smak-Tak is the Hungarian pancake. It's like the big potato pancake stuffed with goulash, the pierogies, all kinds, Polish sausage, and hunter's stew. This is a very small place, so mostly I'm greeting the people, sitting them down. I think the atmosphere is very comfortable, especially if you can bring your own, let's say, alcohol. Then you can order. Of course, you can make the family style at the table. You can put the tables together, so they can feel like at home, I think. It's a great thing because especially in Chicago, there is 100 or 1,000 restaurants, and then you don't have to travel anywhere to taste little bit something from all over the world.
So Jonathan, you want to lead the pack to Smak-Tak. Tell us why you chose it.
I love Smak-Tak. It is a great restaurant for Polish-American food is how they bill it, but it's really sort of Polish classics. And I've eaten a lot of Polish food in Chicago. We have so many Polish residents. I have to have a little disclaimer, I'm not Polish myself, so I'm not an expert about this, but I am Jewish, and we have a similar kind of geography and kind of some similar dishes, so I know dough and chicken liver and stuff like that. So perhaps with a little bit of authority I can recommend this restaurant, but I've been going there for probably about 5 years at this point, and every time you go, you have a great meal. There's this door at the back of the restaurant that says Grandma's Kitchen in the back. And I don't know if there is a grandma or if there are an army of grandmas, like an indentured servitude, but whoever is making the food there, by hand, little pierogies, it's incredible.
So Angela, this was your first time with Polish food.
Yes, this was my first real Polish experience, and I really liked it. I thought the food was, for a cold winter night in Chicago, it was heavy, but it was like warming. Like my heart felt really warm after eating it. When I walked in there, I was a little taken back by the kind of hodgepodge of decor, but I think it all worked together. The Christmas lights that were strewn throughout the restaurant, the red and white checkered tables, and you felt like you were in this like log cabin area, and it was fun. It was a good time.
What about you? Do you like it?
I loved it. I mean, it's not something I've not really had Polish food per se. I mean, gone to a Polish restaurant. So it was a destination, obviously, that I will definitely go back to. I'm very into the atmosphere. I mean, of places that I go to, obviously the food, but I love the whole, it's very casual. You feel at home, you don't feel like you're rushed. The shish kebabs, the ribs were phenomenal.
Those are two things I've not had. Are they good?
Oh, very good. And even though it was like a heavy meal, you definitely get your money's worth.
Did it have like a barbecue sauce?
Yes, barbecue sauce, and it was baby back ribs with barbecue sauce. Really, really good. Very tender, very exactly how it's supposed to be.
Now, did you try the pierogies as well?
I did. They were so good.
And they have several options of what you can get them stuffed with.
I just got the cheese and potato. Lots
that
of butter.
Was my favorite. The cheese and potato was my favorite,
so good.
Followed by the mushroom and sauerkraut. Those were good.
The pierogies are so good there. I love anything in dough, like dim sum or dumplings, other places, or whatever, anything. And I think that people in Chinatown can learn a thing or two about how to make dumplings from the Poles.
For starters, we had the mushroom soup and the chicken noodle soup. The mushroom soup, we ordered 2 more after we had it. It was that good. But the chicken soup was not so good.
The borscht and the mushroom soup.
We were wanting to try that,
yeah.
I wanted to try the borscht, but we didn't try it this time. And for entrees, I went with my family along with my sister's family, and we did the stuffed cabbage, grilled sausage, the pierogies, just out of control. So good. We also did the potato pancakes. Those potato pancakes, perfectly crispy outside, like soft in the middle. It was my favorite dish.
This is like the big behemoth potato.
There are a couple of options for pancakes. You can have I think it's 3 individual pancakes, but you can also order the potato pancakes stuffed with goulash. I was there with my parents and with some friends of my parents, and when they sat it down on the table, my dad's friend said, "Oh my God, this is the most pornographic piece of food they've ever seen before," because it's this huge pancake and it's kind of folded over this meat, and it's got like an entire tub of sour cream, kind of drizzled over the top. And yeah, it's so good. I had the Polish sausage, which I think is a kielbasa. I'm not 100% sure, but I love a Polish sausage from a hot dog stand in Chicago, but this is like a totally other world. I mean, it was so good.
What was the crowd like the night you were there?
You know, I was surprised it wasn't as busy, but when I went there, it looked like a kind of a table of generations. It's like the grandmothers and the moms and the kids, and they were so they took up pretty much the one half.
It's a small restaurant too. I mean,
It's
not
small,
very big.
and I think it's it's kind of in a neighborhood, unsuspecting area, and I think it is a destination.
Angela, how was the service?
The service was unusual. So I walk in and he was like, oh, sit over there, go get yourself a drink in the cooler and look at the menu. And so when he came by, we're like, what can you recommend? And he's like, stuffed cabbage. Well, what's stuffed in them? Meat. What kind of meat?
It's Polish
Good
food.
to
What are you
know.
expecting it to be stuffed with?
Beef. So I'm like, okay. So, we kept on, our nickname for him was Scary Polish Man. But it's not that he was mean or rude or he was very attentive to us when we asked him, but he never stopped by to say, how is everything?
Have you had similar experience with the service?
I don't go to Smak-Tak expecting to be doted on or to receive great service.
When I went there, okay, I get that whole service thing. I mean, I was fine. I like to be waited on, but I think it's a great place where you could take a date and have your BYOB, and
Right.
that's great. I mean, it's kind of that whole feel like you're at home. Go help
Right.
yourself.
You're right.
All right, John, you pick Smak-Tak. Sum it up for us.
Smak-Tak is essential snow day food in Chicago. It's old world flavors made for Midwestern appetites.
All right. Angela?
I agree with John. For some heartwarming, delicious comfort food, I would go to Smak-Tak, and don't forget to try their pierogies.
All right. And Lady Gilman?
I think it's great food, good for the money, and obviously BYOB always helps too.
Well, you can try the pierogies and much more at Smak-Tak, 5961 North Elston Avenue, 773-763-1123. They're open for lunch and dinner every day. Reservations are accepted. Alcohol is BYOB, and the average tab per person is $17.